All right, and joining us for our last piece of news and for the rest of the show here is Sam Leach from the One Piece podcast and a writer over at ANN, Anime News Network. How are you doing, Sam?
Hey guys, how's it going? Am I getting too close to the mic? I'm like basically kissing it right now.
I like that kind of NPR voice you're doing there, Sam. It sounds great.
Yeah, great radio voice.
So yeah, Sam, we decided basically that we wanted to wait to have you on to discuss our last piece of news because just happens to do with the topic at hand today. So as some of you may have already found out, this past July 22nd, it was announced at the One Piece Tokyo Tower, I believe, that One Piece is getting a live-action TV series produced in Hollywood, as overseen by Tomorrow Studios under the supervision of Marty Adelstein, who was also a executive producer on Prison Break. And so this is some pretty big news.
Mm-hmm. One Piece will return to U.S. television in some form, and in a form that we never would have expected.
Well, to be fair, it's like one of those... I'm sorry.
No, go on.
I'm just saying, it's like one of those things where it's hard to know how real it is, because anime, especially, they tend to get these projects in Hollywood tend to get kind of lost in development.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, maybe we're at the end of that phase where people say they're going to make an anime movie and then never do.
Yeah. It's worth noting that Tomorrow Studios is also working on the announced live-action TV series for Cowboy Bebop. So this is like the second anime-related property that they'll be working on. And Tomorrow Studios is a pretty young studio. I mean, it's a subsidiary of Nutter Studio, but like they only really have 2 shows that they've done so far. So they're a pretty young studio right now. They've only done Aquarius for NBC, which ran from 2015 to 2016, and Good Behavior for TNT, which is currently ongoing. And I heard that is pretty good. But aside from that, they have a lot of announced projects, but they haven't gone forward with them yet. So we don't know like how down the pipes like this One Piece TV series is going to be. It might be a matter of years before we actually see it materialize, if it materializes at all.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about this just yet. Because for the longest time, I feel like I was pretty against the idea of a One Piece live action anything, just because I really felt like One Piece just works so well in animation and drawing that I'm not... I mean, obviously, if this actually gets produced and doesn't get lost in development, like we were just saying, I also listened to the short discussion that you guys over at the One Piece podcast released just a little while ago, and which I thought was an interesting discussion. I'm also kind of the same opinion that obviously this live action series probably isn't going to fully capture the spirit of One Piece. At least in my opinion, I just don't think it will. But I guess not like now that it's happening. I guess I'm kind of open to it, but I'm also still pretty skeptical at the same time. Like, I'm hoping it's good, but I mean, like, if it ends up being bad, like, it's not like the original manga and anime aren't going to go away because of it,
Right.
Exactly.
From what I understand, the like kind of the internal goal is to make it like anything but Dragon Ball Evolution. Like, even if it's bad, it's not going to be Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yes, I think Shueisha has learned from that, and I'm sure they're going to have more creative control over how this One Piece TV show turns out. And I definitely think that they'll try and get Oda as involved as possible as well, because, they saw, like, without the input of the original creator and, them watching closely how much of a train wreck Dragon Ball Evolution turned out. And One Piece is too big a property to let them see be messed up that badly.
And the impression I get is this is kind of Oda's baby. Like, this is what Oda wants. Like, what I think they're going for, or what I assume they're trying to attempt, is they want to go back to like 2010, 2009, 2011, when One Piece was the biggest thing ever in Japan. And it's dwindled a lot since then. Like it's only like just the most best-selling manga every year by like a couple million volumes.
Only
It only sells double of what the number 2 manga of the year is.
I don't think that's been true lately. Like I think Attack on Titan's like only like 3 or 4 million behind.
Well, One Piece sells 8 million, Attack on Titan sells 4 million. That's still double.
No, like Attack on Titan's like 15 and One Piece is like 18. Which is small compared to like the 38 that One Piece sold in like 2011. But I think they want another like humongous One Piece boom, and they want America to be involved this time.
Yeah.
So that's what I think they're kind of going for, and I'm super interested in. I'm just so interested in what that end product is gonna look like, because. Like I do think they are going for like kind of a Game of Thrones crowd. Honestly, if I'm gonna guess, I genuinely think that's kind of what has them bit right now.
Yeah, I would make the comparison. Like One Piece is a fantasy epic, and there isn't like anything quite like it on U.S. television. Like it's more lighthearted than Game of Thrones, but it has like the same epic grand scope of a series like that.
Yeah, it's a story about like all these different like groups of people who are like in competition with each other, crossing paths, and like the world changing as a result. Yeah, it's the way I've been describing One Piece lately is just like it's Game of Thrones with Muppets, basically. And I hope that is the pitch for the live action show.
Yeah, I mean they'll probably have to use some Muppets in some cases for some characters, or at least some really good animatronics or costuming.
You would hope. I mean, they're saying like that Marty Aldston guy, I guess, said that this might end up being like the most expensive TV show ever made.
Yeah, so they'll definitely put in effort, hopefully, to make it like to really bring the world of One Piece to life in live action, because that is a big task. Because One Piece is such a cartoon; it is such like this fantastical, imaginary world that. You can't perfectly replicate it in real life unless you go the extra mile to, like, really try and, like, recreate it.
Yeah, like, you really can't half-ass this.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't think we have too much information at the moment outside of that. I'm looking forward to seeing how this develops, and basically I'm hoping for good things. As much as I don't care for live action adaptations of anime,
have you seen Speed Racer?
I have it, but I know
Speed Racer is a great example of how to like do a live action cartoon. Like it is really fun in how it's stylized.
I remember when that movie was a thing, and I didn't really think anything of it, but like everybody, including Sam, I've heard say so many good things about it that I might actually just have to watch it pretty soon here.
Speed Racer is an example of like a very, very CGI heavy cartoony take on anime, and I think like the right way to do One Piece in live action is to go more the Muppets, more the like dark children's fantasy kind of angle.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. But yeah, just as I was saying, as much as I don't care for live action adaptations of anime in general, I want to be as positive about this as I can without, getting my hopes up too much. But this is going to be a very interesting next couple of years, seeing how this develops. And in that respect, I can't wait.
Yeah.
All you can be really is optimistic. Like, I've seen a lot of naysayers on Twitter who've reacted to this news like, what? This can only be a terrible idea. But we gotta just wait and let's see what happens, Like, what's the point in decrying it if it's like they're going forward with it? We can only like hope that it'll turn out the best possible product that it can be. And sure, Hollywood has not had a great track record with live action adaptations. If you listen to my Ghost in the Shell episode of Manga, Mavericks at Movies, which is not out yet, but might be out by the time you're listening to this, I had some very negative things to say about how that was handled as an adaptation. But you can do good adaptations of anime and manga in live action. The Rurouni Kenshin films are a great testament to that. The Bakuman film is excellent. There are great examples out there. You can do it, so I think that we should just wait and see how they handle One Piece. And I think that, it's a risk, but if it, pays off, then just how the Song of Ice and Fire books, received a huge boost in popularity thanks to Game of Thrones, One Piece will receive the same from a good live-action TV show adaptation. It could be a really huge thing.
And if it's good, I look forward to basically getting what like fans of like superhero comics and stuff have been getting lately, where you just get to get excited about like, oh my god, who are they going to cast as this person, or oh, what kind of Easter eggs are they going to give us?
Oh my god, I can't wait for the next installment of the One Piece cinematic universe.
This is like one step closer to my dream of seeing them do a Shonen Jump cinematic universe. I really actually want them to do that.
That would be amazing.
Like, them going forward with this One Piece TV show, I can only imagine maybe like something akin to the CW's DC shows. Like eventually we're gonna get a bunch of TV show adaptations of Shonen Jump properties, and then they make up some excuse for them to have crossovers that are really flimsy but fun all the same. That would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be really great. I personally hope it might be maybe like a Netflix thing, because I can't imagine this airing like on primetime TV. Or maybe that's what they'll go for. I don't know.
I think that's what they want to go for.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the tone in terms of like how it would balance like humor and more seriousness would probably be akin to how the CW DC shows do it. Hopefully more so akin to The Flash than something like Arrow, but all the same.
But I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we can do.